Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests, welcome to the advanced hashtag Elden Speaker 246 meeting. My name is Sean. I am the search arm for today's meeting. Before starting the meeting, there are three ground rules we need to follow during the meeting. First, please stay mute until it is your turn to speak. Second, we encourage you to turn on your camera for wonderful audience interaction. Third, if the meeting will be recorded, and if you are not comfortable to be recorded, you are welcome to turn off your camera, but please stay in the meeting to enjoy and learn as much as you can. Now, let's put our hands together to welcome our president Lai to the virtual stage.
Thank you, Sean. I say good afternoon, everyone. First, I'd like to acknowledge our Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap, our Area P4 Director, Wendy Ong. Hello, everyone. How are you? And I would like to congratulate everyone for participating in the club contest yesterday and everyone who is helping. And also, Patsy, congratulations on winning the first place in your, is it area or division contest? Congratulations.
Area.
Well,
Area.
congratulations. Now, Toastmaster, as the team says, power momentum. When we build something, it will slowly have a power to accelerate, slowly and slowly. Keep that things always on, then you will know, like we mentioned, like that's the book. Be a better than yourself 1% every day. So you improve yourself daily. That's the one of the word of the momentum that you slowly build up for yourself, even in confidence, what you do. Because when we don't stop learning, we will always improve ourselves to be better in things that we are learning. Now, we don't want to. Now we move on to the session. We will have our meeting start. Now I'd like to invite Franco to introduce his role first as the timer. Franco?
Franco is still
All
missing.
right.
He's
Hello, hello.
there, he's there.
Can you hear
Oh, you're
me?
here.
Yes, I'm here. Okay,
Mm.
not showing out my face. Don't miss me so much, Patricia.
I know your
Okay.
hand is cramping already.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone. So today my role as the timer, I will be your Mr. Rolex, so you keep track on your speech time. All right. So for the prepared speech today, we have Duncan as a speaker, so his time will be 5 to 7 minutes. 5 minute green light will be fresh, 6 minute yellow light will be fresh, and 7 minute red light will be fresh. And Duncan, you have extra 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. And for the table topics, the table topic speaker will be have 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute I'll flash a red light. 1 minute and 30 seconds I'll flash a yellow light, and 2 minutes I'll flash a red light. And you have extra 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. All right. So this is from me. So I will be reporting my timing report right after the speaker will put it on the chat box. Okay. So this is my role as a timer. Back to you.
Thank you, Franco. Next, I would like to invite Srisin to introduce the word of the day for our club today. Srisin? Okay, since Srisin is not convenient, the word of the day she will be used is accelerate. It means like we build something, there is a power of force being built up. Things that the simple meaning of it, accelerate. Or when we step on the pedal of the car, we are accelerating the moment, the drive of the car. Now we move on to the prepared speech session. Today our speaker is Duncan, and he will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap on the content and Patsy on the delivery. Now, Duncan, please unmute yourself, check your video if you want, or get ready into your position. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Thank you very
Okay.
much indeed, Toastmaster of the day.
Now,
Lai.
fellow Toastmaster, let's welcome our speaker, Duncan Ba, the time machine. The time machine, Duncan Ba. The virtual
Thank you
stage
very
is
much
yours.
indeed, distinguished Toastmaster Lai. special. It's just a computer keyboard and a laptop screen combined with the memories that are right up in here. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back and start my story from the beginning. It all started back in October 2024. One of my best friends, Chris Canapiran, he died suddenly from a heart attack. Now, Chris was one of those guys. I used to think he was a very lucky guy because he never seemed to age. His appearance never changed. His behavior never changed. It was as if he was going to live forever. But sadly, he was not very lucky, and he was very mortal because, of course, he died. I was really quite affected by Chris's death, and I decided to honor his life by writing an obituary and posting it on LinkedIn. I reminisced about how we used to hang out together in the Victoria Park Hotel just south of Perth in Western Australia. If anybody wanted to find us on a Friday night, all they had to do was come down to the hotel and they'd find us there. We'd be shooting pool, drinking beer, listening to the band. The day after I posted my obituary of Chris, I received a message from one of my LinkedIn contacts, Joanne Cottier. Joanne told me how much he'd been moved by my obituary of Chris. And he added, by the way, you can write. Why don't you write more of your memories up and post them on LinkedIn as a memoir? Then we can all share in them. I thought about it. Okay, yeah, maybe I've got enough material for perhaps 15, 20 posts, maybe. I'll give it a go, I said. I started with my job interviews at university. Like the BP interview. I open the door, I walk into the interview room, and there's the interviewer. He's leaning back in his chair, feet on the desk, and he's leafing through my CV. He looks at me. I don't know why you've come to this interview, he says. We're looking for somebody with geology and physics. You've only got geology and maths. I'm afraid you're wasting my time. What? I'm wasting your time? I replied. What about you wasting my time, asking me and inviting me to this interview? Then I realized it was just an interviewing tactic and I'd already failed the interview. But never mind, I got another job with another company. And for the first 14 or 15 months of that job, my first job in the oil and gas industry, I kept a journal of the places I went to, the people I met, the food I ate, that sort of stuff. And coupled with that journal and the photographs I took at the time and my memories that are up here, I was able to build a really quite detailed account of my first 14 or 15 months in the job. And as I was writing down my memories, putting them into writing, putting them onto LinkedIn, what I found was that I would travel back there in time. I'd go right back there. Like when I accidentally drove off the road on the way up to the Cameron Highlands one day, I nearly ran someone over, actually. Anyway, when the car came to a stop, my passenger, Nick, he turned to me, shook his head and said, I think I'd better drive from now on. And I was right there in my memoir. I was right there behind the steering wheel, feeling like a complete idiot all over again. Or the time when in Russia, the helicopter missed the helideck. Oh, helideck's up there. Sieverkotsky's right there. Am I going to die? I was taken right back to that moment of terror. I've just finished my 101st post, quite a bit more than the 15 or 20 I thought I'd do. And I've just exhausted my journal. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be finishing off that last year and a bit and writing it up. But it's not over yet, because there's still a lot up in here. A lot of memories of my other more than 40 years of experience. They might not be quite as detailed as my first year, but there are so many memories up here that are just clamoring to get out. So I'll be accelerating my work. I'll be going back, watch out, 1980s, 1990s, the 2000s. I'll be back. And that brings me back to my question at the beginning. Is it possible to travel back through time? Yes, I do believe so, because I've done it, and you can do it too. You don't need a fancy time machine. You don't need a fancy computer. Pen and paper will do just fine. Get those memories out onto paper. Write them down, and you will travel back in time, just like I did. And you'll enjoy the journey, because I certainly did. Thank you very much indeed. And back to you, Toastmaster Today Live.
Thank you, Duncan, for sharing about the time machine that you have with a pen and paper. Because wherever we write down, there will be times for us to reflect or reminiscing things that we have done in the past. That's how we look back into the past, what we have done before, that will serve as our time machine. And of course, the important part, I'll Be Back by Arnold Schwarzenegger for the Terminator 2 movie. Now, fellow Toastmaster, we'll move on to the evaluation for Duncan. First, I would like to invite distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap to deliver her evaluation for Duncan for the content part. Pat, are you ready?
Yes, I am ever ready. First off, thank you so much, Duncan, for allowing us a very innovative idea on how we can record some of our very valuable life experiences. One of the great things you have done as a creator, I would certainly say the content you have crafted it in such a way that I can follow it step by step. You started off by asking us a very engaging question. So, most of us would certainly have a fancy idea when we hear your question. So that was the moment you captured all our attention. So well done on capturing your audience attention. Very important to start off with your content. The next one, you also let us know by having this fantastic idea that, hey, you know what, I actually have a time machine. You then introduce us the idea of journaling. So how you have put this journaling, package it in such a way that we find it fascinating, is how you have hooked us in your entire speech. So I like the fact that you are very creative in crafting your content. That's the second one. The third one, of course, I want to applaud the fact that you understand the human being. We all have a lot of stories along the way. But the thing is, if we don't record it with pen and paper, as you mentioned, it will just be forgotten. How sad it is. And at the same time, you also gave us a great tip on how you can publish your content on LinkedIn, perhaps even on Facebook, on any of the social media, so more people can read your content and get inspired. This is how you have introduced us to your speech from the very beginning until the end. You also brought in the value as well. Are we all sensing the value of Duncan's speech? Yes, right? Because all of us are storytellers. So, of course, Duncan, to do justice to you, yes, I am also going to offer some areas of growth to you. And I love the fact that you're nodding. Because I think one of the beautiful things about journaling has a very therapeutic effect. This is a very, very cost-effective and a great way to connect with other human beings around the world. So I'd like to suggest perhaps your speech is 6 minutes plus. At the end of your speech, you can introduce us. One of the reasons why I like journaling, it was so stress relief. And at the same time, I managed to capture some of the beautiful memories. And that itself gave me so much meaning in life, right? So you can have a little bit of a moment there. Let us know how you benefited from journaling. The next one, of course, is to perhaps really have a call for action to all of us here and challenge us in this new year 2026? Are you daring enough to really let out yourself, expressing your stories, how you have related with other human beings as Toastmasters, making a huge impact in your journey as a Toastmaster, especially in advanced hashtag ardent speakers? I don't have time for summary, but I'm so happy to be your evaluator. With this, over to you, our Toastmaster Lai. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap, for your evaluation on Duncan. Now we move on to our second evaluator, Patsy. Patsy, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, the virtual stage is yours.
Duncan, it's my great honor to be an evaluator. And there are few things you did extremely well. The first was you stood up. That's usually the professional speaker, and the professional speaker must respect the audience. That will give you a full place to do your gestures, the body language. And the second, that you did some points that nicely signature touch. Drink the pool, drink the beer. Great. I love that part. And as a matter of fact, and the echo expression, and with the conclusion, and I love the very last part, that facial expression that you're echoing to your beginning. That facial expression was appropriate, had a strong impact. Okay, level up. Two things that from my observation was to add something that, you know, when you said the interviewer have that the feet stand on the desk, right? And perhaps reading that without the virtual background, you probably can show that even more entertaining, interesting if I were you, you know. And also, I would love to have heard more intonation on your voice, you know. And it's sometimes a sad part when best friend pass away, you know. And also, man, that time machine can do, you know. That's so you really can feel that situation on your speeches that can have even more inspirational impact, especially the transition that you set on that in the different plots. And sometimes right after transition, you can use your vocal to make a distinguished points. And sometimes you slow down and give us a time to breathe, because we need, as audience, we need the time to think. Hey, Duncan, what are you trying to tell us? Not afraid of the time machine, like a timer Franco is doing, as long as you know how many words in your speech. Overall, I love that inspiration. Always admire vocal variety and some signature gestures, and use a signature gestures properly and without the virtual background. I love that here, that feeling of interview, that was stress interview. And you will be even level up. My humble suggestion to you, Duncan, back to our TME. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy, for your evaluation on Duncan. I believe Duncan has learned from both our evaluators on the part of the content and delivery for him. So Duncan, next page, I believe it's going to be more awesomeness due to the momentum being given by two of these wonderful evaluators. Thank you and good job, everyone. Give all three of them a big hand of applause. A wonderful speech and evaluations. Now, fellow Toastmaster, we will move on to the table topic session. And this session will be led by Distinguished Toastmaster Lim Ani. Distinguished Toastmaster Lim Ani, I will hand over the virtual stage to you now.
Thank you, President Lai. So today we are having the table topic. So the table topic timing will be 1. At 1 minute we have green at 1, and 30 seconds we have yellow, and at 2 minutes we will have red. So you have 30 seconds to end your speech. So we have some topics regarding power of momentum. So I would like to know who would like to answer my question first.
Then I go first, Cikgu Lim.
Okay, Nelson. Okay. Okay, Nelson. Okay, Nelson, can you share with us how momentum can change your life? How momentum can change your life?
Ladies and gentlemen, what can that momentum can change your life? Please type in the chat box. So basically, how can momentum can change in my life is first by doing small action, which is doing a community service. Because when we do a community service, we already do a small action that contribute to the momentum. Because when we do the community service, for example, like beach cleaning, maybe we do like a voluntary work. It's towards the community, but it's always towards the momentum. Why? Because we contribute a lot to the nation and also the community. When I say do a lot of community work, because like when we do some voluntary work, I believe that we learn something new from how we do this job and how do we do something like a co- con- more contribution to the community. Like for example, we contribute much to the nation and also the country. So to sum up this speech, that I would to say that everybody have the moment to change in life, and we need to contribute in a small action by doing a small thing. That's all for me. Back to you, Cikgu Lim.
Thank you, Nelson. So Nelson, idea is to start doing and you will do more of the community service. Good. Okay, let's have second person to take my challenge. All right, Patsy. Patsy.
Okay.
Okay, Patsy, your question will be riding the wave, how to keep the momentum going? Riding the wave, how to keep the momentum going?
Thank you, table topic semester. Well, as you know, that this week actually is something more exciting because I got the tickets to the division contest. As a matter of fact, those momentum was in the beginning very distracted. I entered 2 clubs of contest, speech contest, international one, and I did not get a ticket at all. I fell in the second place. That was a sad momentum. I thought, oh, well, I have never got a chance to compete in the area. Then there is another opportunity that is a club is opening it's like I can just go into the area contest directly without having a club one. That was a exciting moment for me to do some reflection why I fell in the first place. Clubs did not get a ticket to the can you believe I'm sad? Grab this precious opportunity. I try all the way to my best. Eventually on Saturday, I got both the first place international speech and the table topics. Momentums when we are facing sad moments, don't give up. Try the hardest. God will make all the arrangement. When you got that opportunity, do not just take it for granted. You must try the hardest. And the final momentum will give you the result. No matter what, do the best. Leave the rest. Back to you.
Thank you, Patsy. I really hope that your enthusiasm rubbed on me for going for contest. Oh, it was so exciting hearing your topic. Okay, let's have another one. Want to try? Vicky, are you able to share?
Next one.
Okay, Vicky.
No, next one,
Okay.
next one.
Or next one. Okay, who want to try first? President Lai, would you like to try this?
Sure.
Okay, President Lai. The power of starting small, igniting big change. The power of starting small, igniting big change.
When we take a small step to start something, it was the first momentum that we pick up when we want to do something. Like the quote says, a single steps doesn't build. What's the quote already? Suddenly forgot. So sorry. But the first step they take was the most important part when we are doing something. Like for example, myself, I have been know about Toastmaster for almost 9 years. I got into Toastmaster 9 years ago. That's the first step I go in. Yet I didn't sign up for any membership for 2 years because no one able to convince me why I should join Toastmaster at that time. Somehow 2 years later, when I was doing some things like a seminar, if I remember correctly, suddenly I was presenting, I was noticed it, I was stuttering in front of the people when I'm speaking. So I'm thinking, if I stutter so much when I'm delivering in front of people, what can I do to improve myself? So when I think back 2 years ago, I'm in Toastmaster. I saw them speaking alone in the club or something that thinking maybe I should give it another go at that time. So I go. Now when I go back to the meeting, they ask me to do table topic, like what you are doing to me now. You know what I do? I froze on the stage. I don't know what I mumble for 30 seconds there. That's an acceleration of mumbling throughout the table topics. So at that time, I know this problem must be fixed or at least improve it, not to stutter or mumble so much. I took time to learn, starting from table topic. I took like almost 3 to 4 months to slowly get improvement on my table topics. And even on my first icebreaker, I was still mumbling, looking at script. That scare feeling in the heart is still always there. So I noticed that this is the one small step that you do, and every opportunity you're given is a step that you can get for yourself to improve, because opportunity doesn't wait. When opportunity is appear in front of you, is who you are ready to take it. So that's always take the first step to prepare yourself for the opportunity when it comes to you. Back to you, Table Topic Master, Distinguished Toastmaster Lim Ani.
Thank you, President Lai. We are so glad you start after 2 years. As for me, I start after 9 months visiting a club. And President Lai is somebody that I will see when I go clubbing years back during the pandemic. Okay, next we have Vicky. So Vicky, your question will be the snowball effect. The snowball effect building momentum in your goals. The snowball effect building momentum in your goals. Vicky Liao.
The snowball effect. As far as I know, the snowball effect can be a positive and also a negative thing depending on what kind of goal it is, and also what are the factors affecting it. For me, how I get the snowball rolling is to see that eventually, if I did not start to from small, like how I reach out to a larger community to ask for advice on how to start the activism, the advocates. I do not know how to prepare myself to face the larger part of the community and the movement because I don't know where to start. If I don't reach out to them, I may be fumbling into a very confused area because I would not know who to connect with, what question to ask when we are saying that we are in a movement, we are trying to provide the information from a large community, condense it to a smaller information. So if you are serious on trying to achieve your goals, sometimes connecting with one, then it can lead to two and to more people to the network, and the network will certainly grow very large, and you can find that even a simple single connection can make you into a larger network if you proceed with the knowledge that you need to start somewhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vicky Leong. We are so glad that you found your friends because we know from yesterday's speech, Vicky is a very strong activist for our environment. So next, I would like to invite Wendy Ong, our AD for P4, to answer my topic. Wendy?
Yes.
Wendy, the question for you will be, small step, big wins. How consistency change everything?
Okay, thank you so much, Cikgu Lim. Yes, small little steps, baby steps can make big wins. How consistency can make the change? Very simple. When we come to our meetings, especially our advanced #Ardent Speakers meetings on a weekly basis, I can see vast improvement. Every little step, every speech that you make can help you to improve. That 1% in your speech, that one little lesson that you learn, that little improvement that you make in your next speech, based on the evaluation you give, can give you that winning speech in the coming contest, in the upcoming contest, or in future contests that you can give. So a very good example, I would say, is having our speech crafts that I have been promoting and organizing so far. I can see that vast improvement based on the evaluations that the facilitators give to the participants of the speechcraft workshops. They really improve just within that day itself, from morning to evening. That little improvement that they took, the feedback that they got from the facilitators, and the improvements that they made certainly gave them the winning edge and that advantage to make them speak with more confidence and to craft their speeches with more clarity. Over to you, Cikgu Lim.
Thank you, AD Wendy Ong. Yes, I've been fortunate to join the Speechcraft organized by Wendy as one of the facilitator. And I believe that not only the participant learn so much, and even the faci can learn so much from the Speechcraft. It is not an easy task to organize it, and I really like to congratulate AD Wendy for taking up the task to organize it. So, do we have time to continue, or this will be the end of the table topics? And we have 5 table topics.
Actually, we're still ahead of time.
I have a lot of questions.
I think you can have another two speakers as well.
All right. So would you like to speak, Franco?
Sure.
For the next...
But wait, let me turn on my camera first. Okay.
I just love Franco laugh. All right, Franco. Can't see you yet. Okay. So very short question. Franco, building habits, building momentum. Building habits, building momentum.
Building habits, building momentum. Momentum is actually is a physics. What I know for momentum is actually from the physics rule, okay? But if you say that we apply to the life, as an example, habits. A little single habits that you apply every day, it will become your success in the future in one day. This is called momentum. After I read the books called Atomic Habits by James Clear, okay, I learned a lesson to form a habit. We know, I think all of us know, when you want to you want to start something new, there's a challenge of your not consistency to apply the new things that we put it in our life, right? So James Clear tell me that actually if you can just apply 1%, just 1% in your life for the habits, it will grow it slow by slow and it will become your success in the future. For example, what I apply during I think it's 8 or 9 years ago, I start to journaling, like what Duncan said just now. I start to journaling, to expose my emotion, to write down my feelings, all that in a book. And this habits I continue for 8 or 9 years until today. I still journaling every day. It might be not really effective in the first, but up until today, only I realized that, because I journaling every day, my writing skill is better, and I could express my feelings very effectively, not through connection with other people, but with my journal. So everyone, if you are building your habits, actually you are building a momentum. Momentum of what? Momentum, something maybe you might be surprised until today, like me. I'm very surprised that I can actually learn a lot and achieve a lot from journaling. This a very little habits as well. Back to you, Ani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Franco, for your sharing about journaling. I think I must start journaling instead of collecting notes about journaling. So next we will have Duncan. Duncan, topic for you will be momentum in leadership, inspiring teams. Momentum in leadership, inspiring teams.
So could you repeat that last bit, please?
I put it in the chat box also. Momentum in leadership, inspiring teams.
Okay. Momentum in leadership and inspiring teams. Those are I say that two of the principal objectives of any good leader. You're in charge of a group of professionals, and each professional has their own special skill. Now, as a leader, you might not have most of what they have, but at least you have the skill in getting them all together and leading. I used to lead a small group at a company called Carigali Hess in Malaysia. I was just a geologist with a bit of geophysics background. I wasn't an engineer, and I wasn't an economist either. But we had economists, we had engineers, and of course, geologists and geophysicists in my team. I didn't know everything, but at least I was able to get people moving. And the whole point was to get people involved, get them running, pick up the ball and move with whatever the project it was, and all come together and work together. And that was really one of the critical things, I would say, is getting that momentum moving towards one single goal. Everybody putting their bits in, and then everybody working together, everybody going together, all building. It's a bit like the snowball effect that was mentioned just now. Because without it, you end up going all in different directions. If you've got no single momentum, you've got individual momentum. It's like Brownian motion. You're going all over the place. And you end up, in the end, getting absolutely nowhere. So yes, building momentum as a leader towards a common goal is probably one of the most critical things when you're leading a team, especially if you want your team to ultimately be successful. Thank you very much. Back to you. Table Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Duncan. I feel, yes, how important is moving momentum as the leader. If a leader cannot do that, then he can't claim himself as a leader. So next, I think we have Shan.
Hi.
Shan.
Okay. Aline,
Shan.
okay.
Okay. Your topic will be using momentum to overcome challenges. Using momentum to overcome challenges.
Thank you. First question is, what is a challenge? Challenge, it means that out of your boundary, you need to overcome. Then you will find the challenge. But if you don't know where is your boundary, we don't need to overcome. So for me, how to overcome the challenge, that is a very, very simple, because I need to find a boundary. And the boundary not always exists. Sometimes today you are just lazy to wake up. There is another boundary. Sometimes you don't want to do that because you are not good for that. You don't want to do that. That is another boundary. So overcome boundary, you can think of very tiny thing in your day, every moment. You will find once and once and once. When you know the answer, then you will find that maybe we can do a very simple step to learn how to do just one thing in your life. You need to do it. That is overcome your boundary. One thing, and step by step. And you will have a lot of confidence, because you do everything every day. Do just a simple thing, but you do it very well. It is a core value of the atomic habit he want to say. So for me, to overcome boundary is every day. And for me, that is a very difficult, but it also very simple, because we face every time, every moment. Thank you. Back to the Aline.
Thank you, Shan, for your nuggets. Simple but difficult. People will see that it is very hard to understand it, but yes, one simple step to do a different or difficult thing that you say as boundaries. And make sure, I hope all of us will take that first step every morning to overcome our challenges or boundaries. Right, I think we are on time now. Can I pass it back? Thank you very much to all the table topic speakers. We have gathered up so many insightful nuggets that we can carry on with our life. Thank you so much. I would like to pass back to our TOD of the day. And please vote for the best table topic speaker.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Lemani. I would like to say congratulations to all our 8 speakers for the table topic and our distinguished Toastmaster for running a well table topic session. They've all has a challenge to answer, yet they are able to handle it, because we practice a lot to handle things being asked, impromptu session. This is what we practice in the club. So we are facing even being us, not in the club, we are able to answer it on point, being the time given, even as short as 1 minute. Good job. Thank you, everyone. Now, everyone, remember to cast your votes. Next, we will move on to the grammarian report, which will be delivered by Srisin. Srisin, are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to my grammarian report. I heard today our word of the day is accelerate. So our president Lai used accelerate and acceleration, and then I will be accelerating my work by Duncan. The good phrases starting from Duncan. I have been building my own time machine, and then pen and paper. From Passy, distinguished point. Signature gestures. I love it. This is like signature gestures. A very lovely usage. And from Nelson, small action to build momentum. A very good reminder. We need to take small action every single day. From Vicky, advocate for a cause. Single connection. And then from Toastmaster Wendy, winning edge, speak with clarity. So that's all my grammarian report. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy speaking and keep speaking.
Thank you, Srisin, for taking note of the grammarian and the counter report. Thank you. And Vicky, if you're using the phone, it should have another button. I think in the 3 dots, there's something beside there if you're using the phone. So maybe you can search from there. Okay, next we'd like to invite Franco for the timing report. I believe he also put in the chat. Franco?
Thank you, President Lai. Okay, so the timer report in the chat box. Okay, to conclude my timer reports, all speakers, include the topic speaker, speech orator, and the different speaker, all are within the time. Congratulations. Pass back to you, Lai.
Thank you, Franco. Yes, indeed. Seeing by the timing, we're all on time. We practice to speak, not all the time given, yet we try our best as well and to deliver the most on point. Now, fellow Toastmaster, we'll move on to before we move to, let's take a group photo first before we move to the award session. Everyone, please turn your video camera.
Okay, just
So
wait
are you
here.
convenient?
Okay, I'll take a picture. First, 1, 2, 3. Wait a moment for another one. Just wait a moment.
Swisin?
Swisin, yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Back to the line.
Thank you, Sean. Sean, let me know if the certificate is ready.
Oh, wait a moment. Wait a moment.
Let me check also. I think it's ready. I will share lah. You help me take the picture. Yeah.
Wow, we have Casey in as well.
Okay. Now we will announce the best speaker for the table topic. Who is it? I believe everyone is excited to know. Who is it in your ward? We have 8 speakers. I believe everyone has cast your votes. I will launch the slide of the best table topic speakers now. Get ready, everyone. Hope it's loading. I hope my connection doesn't have a problem.
Loading.
Oh, Duncan, you're the winner.
Thank you very much indeed,
Yes,
everybody.
he always the king. He's always the king.
Actually, I voted for somebody else.
There
The
you
one
go
I voted
again.
for I thought was better, but never mind. Thank you very much.
Sam, you take the picture.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
a
can
lot.
take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Best
done.
line. That's right.
Somehow, Sean able to take the serious face of Duncan.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Now let's move on the appreciation of the role players. Okay, let me slide. I think I'm there. Cikgu Lim, Franco, Patsy, Pat, and I think missing Sean and Swisin. Swisin, are you able to turn on your video camera for a while?
Yeah.
Swisin? Yeah, okay. Swisin, you still teaching?
Okay,
Yeah.
look here.
Sean can
1,
take the picture.
2, 3. Another one. Just wait a moment. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. Lai.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Say thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And before we proceed to the announcement, I'd like to ask our Area P4 Director, Wendy, do you have any announcement?
Well, just a word of encouragement.
Sure.
Congratulations to all the participants for the club contest yesterday, which was really well done, and I believe all participants were winners. Yeah, all the participants were great winners. Yeah, so yeah, I hope to see everyone. Also, to those who can make it on February 28th, which is end of the month. Okay, it's on Saturday morning from 9 to 1 at Menara Hap Seng. Do come support our Area P4 contest. Thanks. Over to you, Lai.
Thank you to our Area Director, Wendy, for the word of encouragement and let us know where are the contests is. Thank you for that. Toastmaster, anyone, if you have any announcement, let me know or raise your hand. Now, as today, I believe, Pat, you have announcement?
Yes. We
go
talk
ahead.
about it, because we would like to have more members to join our meeting. So Lai, myself, and the rest of the EXCO team have now proposed every second Monday, then we will have our meeting in the evening. President Lai, can I just confirm the time? Is it 9 o'clock or 10?
I think 10 will be quite late for some of them. I think 9 will be fine.
We do 9, okay? 9 p.m. also for 1 hour only. So we'll come up with the poster later on. So next Monday, the meeting will be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. We hope more members who can't come during lunch, they can join us. So we do this only one time in the month, every month, and then we'll see how it goes, because we would like to have more people joining us, because we actually have many members. We have 20 over members, and let's see what happens. Okay. And then the master class is once again every last Monday of the month. And we will let you know who the master class speaker will be for the month of February. So stay tuned. Over to you, Lai.
Thank you. To our Vice President of Education, distinguished Toastmaster Patricia Yap. Yes, that's why we try to cater our members, try to have an evening meeting, because some members request, we will provide, we will do our best to provide for the members as well. And there are times when we do speakathon, members will come to practice their speech, deliver the speech for the project, anything you prefer. If any idea you want to try or goes, do let us know. We will try to provide it for you. I'll say thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon. And remember, next week our meeting will be in the evening, 9 to 10 p.m. Okay? So I would like to adjourn the meeting now. Thank you everyone. And we can stay back for a little chit chat. Sean can stop the recording.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sean.